Welcome to Academic Gain Tutorials. In this video we will discuss about the economics of owning an airline, and we will explain it in a simple step-by-step way so you can understand how the money works behind the aviation business. Owning an airline may look exciting because airplanes fly across cities, countries, and continents every day. But behind every flight, there is a huge financial system. The first thing to understand is that an airline needs a very large investment before it can even start operating. The owner needs aircraft, engines, spare parts, airport systems, booking platforms, staff, offices, maintenance support, and many other facilities. A new aircraft such as an A320neo can cost around $110 million, so the starting cost is extremely high. After the investment stage, the next important part is the operating cost. Airlines spend money every day, whether the aircraft is full or not. Fuel is one of the biggest costs and can take around 20 to 35% of total operating cost. Then comes labor cost, including pilots, cabin crew, engineers, airport staff, and office employees. Maintenance is also very important because aircraft must stay safe and reliable. On top of that, airlines pay airport fees, navigation fees, sales costs, administration costs, and technology costs. For a large airline, annual operating costs can easily reach billions of dollars. Now, let's look at how airlines earn revenue. The main income usually comes from passengers buying tickets. More seats, more flights, and higher fares can increase revenue. Airlines also earn from cargo, baggage fees, seat selection, food, loyalty programs, and other services. In many airlines, passenger revenue is the biggest part, while cargo and other revenue create an extra income stream. A large airline may generate billions of dollars in annual revenue, but revenue alone does not mean profit. This is where the seat economics becomes very important. A plane can be full and still lose money if ticket prices are too low or costs are too high. Airlines closely watch two important numbers: revenue per available seat mile and cost per available seat mile. In simple words, the airline needs to earn more from each seat than it spends to operate that seat. When revenue per seat is higher than cost per seat, the airline has a better chance of making profit. But when cost is higher than revenue, even a busy aircraft can become unprofitable. Next, we need to understand profit margins. Airlines are usually low-margin businesses. Even in good years, the net profit margin can be very small, often around 1 to 3%. That means from every $100 of revenue, only a small amount may remain as profit after paying all expenses. This is why airlines must control costs very carefully. A small increase in fuel price, interest cost, maintenance cost, or airport charge can quickly reduce profit. Another key point is cash flow. Airlines often pay many costs before they collect enough revenue. They must pay for fuel, salaries, lease payments, airport charges, and maintenance on time. But customer revenue may come at different times through ticket sales, corporate bookings, or future travel. If cash flow becomes weak, even a popular airline can face serious problems. Poor cash flow can ground aircraft, delay payments, and damage the whole business. Because aircraft are very expensive, debt is also common in the airline business. Many airlines use loans or leases to buy and operate aircraft. Debt helps the company grow faster, but it also creates financial pressure. High debt means high interest payments, and if revenue falls, the airline may struggle to repay its obligations. So, airline owners must balance growth with financial safety. Then there are external factors. Airlines cannot control everything. Fuel prices may rise suddenly. Economic cycles can reduce travel demand. Government regulations, taxes, airport rules, weather problems, strikes, and global disruptions can all affect airline performance. One major disruption can cancel flights, reduce customer confidence, and increase costs. This is why aviation is a high-risk business, even when demand looks strong. However, scale and efficiency can create a big advantage. Larger airlines can spread costs over more flights, more aircraft, and more passengers. They can negotiate better fuel contracts, use aircraft more efficiently, optimize routes, and reduce cost per seat. When an airline fills more seats and operates efficiently, the cost of each passenger can become lower. Lower cost per seat mile can improve profitability and help the airline compete with rivals. So, the bottom line is this: Owning an airline is not just about buying planes and selling tickets. It is about managing huge investment, high operating costs, thin margins, debt, cash flow, external risks, and operational efficiency at the same time. The rewards can be big because airlines connect people, businesses, tourism, trade, and cargo around the world. But the risks are also big because small mistakes can become very expensive. In summary, the economics of owning an airline starts with huge investment and high costs. Then revenue comes mainly from passengers and cargo. After that, the airline must manage thin margins, protect cash flow, handle debt, and survive risks outside its control. Finally, the airlines that win are usually the ones with discipline, efficiency, strong planning, and resilience. In aviation, the goal is simple: stay in the air long enough to win. If this short video was helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.